this AcuReview 2 training video, we're going to discuss the Office User Locate Patient screen. So in AcuReview 2 for Office users, the Locate Patient screen, which this is the dashboard you're looking at right now. I'm going to click on Locate Patient, which is over here to the left. This is going to be very similar to what you're used to seeing in the TCPC portal when you're looking at cases. So this is your list of completed cases, so it's very similar to what you would see in the TCPC portal. The difference is that in the TCPC portal, you had to select a location in order to find the cases. This is much simpler because all the locations show by default. If you do want to filter by location, you can click the drop down and you could pick a location. So you can select a location just to show just that particular location, or you could see all of them. So that's up to you. If you want to pick the location, you could pick location, or you could show all of them. By default, it shows all to make things easier for you. The other thing is, for some of you that are doing billing or other things where you've got multiple practices, in the upper right-hand corner, you could select which practice you want to look at. So this determines the practice. So if you want to change practices, this is where you would change practices. If you had a really long list, you could search, but otherwise you could just select which one you want and pick it, and then it'll switch to that practice. So now that we're on the Locate Patient screen, you're going to see that under locations, it has from and to. So if you wanted to search for a particular set of dates, you could hit from and to. This is only showing the last 90 days. So if you want to see anything older than 90 days, you would need to use from and to in order to see that. Also, you are looking at completed cases. So if you wanted to see pending cases, you would have to change this slider from completed to pending. See, now it says pending, and then you would hit retrieve. And as soon as you hit retrieve, then you're going to see the list. And there's your list of pending cases. So you could see those as well. So now if I go back to completed and retrieve, the pending and the retrieve, the columns are pretty much the same. So I'm going to go over the completed so you can kind of see that. So the way that works is you've got all these different columns. You've got patient name, patient ID, TC requisition number, requisition ID, biopsy type, obtain date, receive date, final date, doctor name. And then this is that it's completed, the report, and the scanned document. Okay, so those are the different columns. If you want the see the report itself, you would click on the report, which is here. So you would open up the report. So this opens up the report. It takes a minute to open because it has to create the PDF. But you'll see this is how you would see a single report. So if you wanted to see a single report, you'd click on it, and that would be it. And it's going to open in a second. There you go. So there's your report. And you could zoom in or out. You could print it, or you could save it. Okay. So those are different things that you could do. And then I'm going to go back. Now, the other thing you could do is you could batch print, or you could download in batch. You can do up to 10 reports at a time. So you would select the reports that you want. Then you would hit batch print or download zip. So if you download zip, it's going to create a zip file with the files in it. And if you hit batch print, what it'll do is it'll create one large document with all the files in it, so that this way it's easy. You can just, once it saves the file, you could just print that one document, and all the reports will be in that one PDF document together. So that's the difference between batch print and download zip, but that allows you to do 10 at a time. All right, so the tops of the columns are sortable. So if I click any one of these, so if I want to go by received date, if I click this right now, I'm looking at 11/3/25 is the top one. Now if I click on it, I'm actually going to resort it so that it's 11/21/24. So I'm looking at oldest to newest, and now I'll go back to newest to oldest, and any one of these can be sorted. So all these columns can be sorted that way by clicking on them. The other thing is you can also search. So you could search by patient name, you could search by date, you could search by any of these columns. You'll see there's a little search box in between the header and the data itself. There's a little search box, and all these have it. This is a common feature in AcuReview 2. So if you wanted to search for a particular requisition number, for example, you would start typing 337, and all of a sudden, as soon as you got to that third letter, it would start filtering based on that. And then if you wanted to keep going until you found what you were looking for, and there you go. Now we just have that one case. So any of these work that way. So I didn't use name because in this case, most of these are test. So you're not really going to see anything change. But you could search by patient name, you could search by patient ID, you could search by any of those things the same way, and you could sort the same way. And that's basically how you would search or sort for different things. And that's pretty much, as I said, you've got the print report. And if you also want to view scanned documents, you would just click on here and you would see the scanned documents. So any requisitions, billing, anything like that, you would see in here when you click on that. And that is locate patient. We hope you find this easy to use. And if you have any problems, you could just email support@acupath.com and they'll be able to help you and with any questions that you have. Thank you so much.